Hello, it's Mrs. Z. Mrs. Z. Okay. Um, Grade 5, Mission 5, Lesson 9, Exit Ticket. Um, a student designed a sculpture using dimensions on the sculpture. Find the dimensions of each rectangular prism, then calculate the volume of each prism. So this is that sculpture that they created. So it gives some dimensions. So we needed to really carefully see what the values they gave us. So then we can figure it out what we need to do. Okay, so prism Y, we locate that one is right here. Okay, so then prism BZ, Mrs. Z, is this one. So there is a greater and the bigger one and the smaller one. So on the small one, there are no any numbers. So that's what we could look into. Then on the large one, there is first this value here. You can notice that is the practically from how the figure starts all the way to the end of the figure, the smaller figure and large, how long they are. And they are 16 inches. So now we know that this we can start from here. From here to here is beginning of the small to the end of this. So when you take your parallel lines, and you can see if I put my rulers parallel to the link they give us, I can slide my ruler and it will match directly. So what that tells you, that this line they give you the value is actually part of the small, this small line is on this one here. Look, it's kind of the line segment. This line segment represents the small width of the shape, smaller shape, and then the rest is to represent the width of the larger shapes. It's practice, is try to practice to see that, and how I know is if I extend this line all the way to and this shape as well, you can see where this corner right here is gonna end up right here. So now I know that the the this here, the width of this shape is right here, and then the width of this shape, it's right here from there to there. So they already gave us what that width is, and they gave us the value right here. Look, 10. So when you look, um, they also like confuse you. This is parallel to the bottom and it's parallel to that. So it's all, and this should be that the width is for the large 10. So when you know, then this part is 10. So 10 plus what will make this 16. So now we know then this part of the line, this line segment is 6, because 6 plus 10 makes 16. The long figure is 10 wide, and then the short value is 6 inches wide. So we found ourselves the width for by looking at these values. Now, next we look, and they gave us the largest value here is the how high is the shape. So when from this point here to this point right here. It's the height of the highest shape. I'm going to try to use different color. So let's see if I take the pink to be the length all of that building. So when you look, um, the length is also right here. So here is also 18. And then length has to be also here, even in the so that's actually it goes to only to here, right there. So that is also so length could be also here, right there, from the bottom of the small to the end of the large. If I look this, so from here to here is same as from here to here, from here to here. So all this represents the height of the bigger shape. So that height, this is also height. But now we know if this is the smallest, from the top of the large to the top of the smallest is 6 inches. So here it's going to be 6 inches. So 6 and what makes this 18, because that age is 18. So this whole thing is 18. So if this is 6, how much is much 2? And also 6 plus 12 makes 18. So now I know the height of that shape is 18. 12 plus 6 is 18, and 18 is height of the tallest building figure or sculpture, and that is given right here in this arrow right there, in this line. Okay, so now I have height, I have width for each shape. So this width is 10 inches, the height is 18 inches. And this one is also width is 6 inches, the height is 12 inches. So all I need now is a length, and length is this part right here. So I need to know what the length of the of this if, because they didn't give us any on small, they gave us length on this bigger shape. So they gave us length right here. Right here, from this point here to here, it's the length, and they gave us in that is 10. So the length is 10 inches. So you need to see that if that is 10, so is this one here. This is also 10. And then also this whole part here is 10, even the one that we cannot see from the smaller building. But imagine the slide down, and this is the what you cannot see, and then from here to here is that long side of this sculpture. So right now, no, that is 10. So now how are we going to figure it out? How much is the small one? We know, because look at this arrow right here. That represents 6 inches. And I told you the length is 10. So if I go from here, parallel to here, to down here, that is also 10, 10, 10. So I know then this and this, if from here to here is 6. So from here to here will be how long is my this side is also. So from here to here and from here to here will be my length for the small one. So 6 and what makes 10? And of course it's 4 inches. So now 6 plus 4 makes that whole thing that is 10 inches 10 inches length. So we now have a small that is length is 4 inches. Okay, probably was very confusing. This is hard for even adult to solve, I guess, but it is what it is. So we try our best. But just look, by getting practice, you get better in it visually. So by knowing what the parallel lines in the prisms are, then you can see the value. If this is 10, so is this one, so is this one. If that is 10, so is this one, so is the bottom one, so on, so on. Rectangular prism Y, that's one here. So now I know the height. I have 12 because 12 plus 6 makes this value the top. So height is 12 inches. The length is 4 inches. The width is 6 inches. And the volume, now I need just to multiply these all three values together. So I like, you can do any way you want. You can do 12 times 4, get 48 times 6. Or you can do 6 times 4 is 24 and times 12. And if we do standard algorithm, that 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm done with ones, so I'm going to move to tens. So this is 10. 1 and 0 makes 10. 10, 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. And when I add them up together, that will make the volume of 288 cubic inches. That is a prism Y. Let's see, prism Z, Mrs. Z prism. Okay, so Mrs. Z knows that the height is this one here, 18 inches. That length is this one here, which is shown right here or right here. So that's 10 inches. And the width is this one here, which is shown right there. The wideness of the building is also 10 inches. So now I needed to multiply that. So 10 times 10 is 100, and then 100 times 18. So 1 times, it's like 1 times 100. 1 times 18 is 18, and times 100, when you multiply by a multiple of tens, you gain zeros from, so you get 100 times, the number 18 get 100 times bigger. So that's why it gets 2 zeros. So 1,800 is the volume of Z sculpture. And then finally, they say find the total volume of the sculpture, label the answer. So kind of mess up with the previous paper. It's see through, but I think it's not too bad. All right, guys. So the total volume equals sculpture Z plus sculpture V. So Z is 1,800 cubic inches, inch on the power of 3, plus the V is 288 cubic inches, and then we can add that by doing 1800 start with ones, tens, hundreds. We don't have any thousands in the other number. We can easily put the 0 to make better calculation, easier drawing. So plus 1, so 2088. So the total volume is 2088 cubic inches. Cubic inches. And that was exit ticket for lesson 9, mission 5, grade 5. I'm going to make it smaller so you can see how it looks like. It's a bit messy. I had two printed papers and I lost the paper. So there you go. This is the best I could do under circumstances. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day. Love, Mrs.Z.